2025 credit repair secrets nobody is telling you. I am exposing them in this series. My name is Credit Coach Nicole Scott. If you haven't by now, make sure that you have subscribed to the channel, and most importantly, watch all 25 videos that are in this 2025 credit repair secrets playlist, because I put together this series for you guys to learn what everyone out there is charging you thousands of dollars for. This is exactly what people are doing to do credit repair in 2025. Okay, so let's get into it. First and foremost, if you have not joined the credit community, join the credit community, because you will have access to this guide that I'm sharing with you, along with all of the other 25 plus credit repair secrets that no one's sharing, along with all of the links and websites and things of that nature. So if you are part of the credit community, you will have access to this file, so that way you don't have to take screenshots and all that other stuff. Now, if you want to purchase it, I've left a link below. You can also comment the word credit repair secrets. I will send you the guide. Okay, guys? And if you are new here, please leave me a thumbs up. Let me know that you've enjoyed the video. I thank you guys so much. So we're going to get straight to it. You know how I say I give you the information you need to know, not what you want to hear, because my friends, if you knew better, you would do better. And it is 2025, okay? We have to start getting these inquiries off of our credit reports, okay? With credit repair, we could do it ourselves. In fact, I guarantee you, you're going to get faster and better results if you just do it yourself. That's why I'm here to teach you guys, because I'm telling you guys, I have done credit repair for the last 4 or 5 years now, and I am seeing the shift in things. I'm seeing the people inside of the credit community getting better results than you can if you're doing it for somebody else. So let's talk about credit inquiries, the fastest way to get these things off of your credit report. I know you guys have probably scrolled all over the internet and saw, hey, the 48-hour, the 24-hour, how to get inquiries off your credit report in 24 or 48 hours. This is it, okay? This is it. No sugarcoating it. People are calling into the credit bureaus, and that's why I say you do this yourself, because it's hard for other people to call in. Do people do it? Absolutely. But I can't call in for somebody else. I'm just not going to do it, because I'm not that person. I can't answer their security questions. And for most of my clients, I can't be a man, so I'm not going to be able to do it. I will guide my clients on, hey, the fastest way is to follow up. I can send the initial disputes, whatever, but this is what you do. You do your disputes, you send them in. Supply an FTC report with that. If you're not sure what that is, then buy the guide, because I give you the website, all right? But file an FTC report, and this is essentially what you're going to be using right here is the 15 U.S. Code 1681, which is permissible purpose. You're going to draft a simple letter. You can use AI to do it. ChatGPT works perfectly fine, and simply draft up all of the names of the inquiries that are on that said credit report. Say if you're working on TransUnion, gather all of the inquiry names and dates that are on TransUnion, draft a letter to TransUnion, do an FTC report for TransUnion with the inquiries that are on TransUnion. You can do all of your inquiries, but I kind of like to do it separate. That way you're attacking it with the specific accounts for that particular credit report. Now, the reason being is because for the FTC reports, you can only add 3 inquiries per report. So here's the secret that nobody tells you. Put the rest of those bad boys inside of the statement area. Inside of the statement area, you have a minimal amount of characters that you can use. So, be brief and just say unauthorized inquiries, inquiry name, inquiry date. Inquiry name, inquiry date, so it's all of the data that the credit bureaus need in order to remove it. Now, once you have your letter drafted, your FTC report, your ID, your social security card, I recommend getting a copy of those things to send it in with your letter or upload it onto their website. And we'll get to that in just a second. All right. So gather these things, because we're going to need, anytime you do a dispute letter, I don't care if you just sent a dispute letter, every single time you do a dispute letter to the credit bureaus, you need to supply it with ID, preferably ID that has your most recent and accurate and correct address on it, preferably. If not, try to use a passport. If you don't have a passport, you can, just supply 2 forms of proof of address. But we're going to need proof of address, right? Some sort of utility bill that is in your name that has your correct address on it. And then just to kind of solidify it and ensure they don't need anything else, send a copy of your social security card. Now, there's a few ways that we can do this. Number one is we're going to send them a nice little packet via good old USPS mail, via certified mail return receipt. So that way you can verify they in fact received it. And so if you have to go to the CFPB on the asses, you got the proof. We're building a case here, folks. We have to gather these things as if we were going to take them to court, all right? Because when we go to the CFPB, which was in part 2 of this series, you want to show them as much proof as you possibly have, because again, you want to try to correct the problem with the credit bureau first before you go to the CFPB. I have people go to the CFPB first, and that's fine too if you want to go that route. I feel like a lot of times you can get this stuff corrected with the credit bureaus pretty quickly, and then whatever you have left, get the CFPB involved. Now, with the credit inquiries, I give you the guides right here. Once you've sent them in that nice package, it's got all your docs and stuff like that, you can call them. Give it about 14 days, allow them to receive it, upload it into their system, and then you can call them. All right, now around the same time that you're mailing out this stuff, you can also upload to Experian. Visit Experian.com/upload, and you don't have to have a login for that. And this is a great and actually faster way to get this information into Experian's database, so you can actually call them a little quicker. And this is why people say the Experian credit inquiry hack is so much easier. Experian is the easiest. You can call them in, but they also have the upload, because as many of you might know, when you try to go dispute things inside of your online portal for, say, like Experian or Equifax or TransUnion, you're not able to dispute inquiries. A lot of times they just don't allow you to dispute inquiries online. Okay, that's fine. We're still going to draft a letter listing all the inquiry names and dates and just simply say that they're unauthorized, demand they remove it from our credit report. You don't have to overcomplicate things. You don't even need to put the law in there if you don't want to, but this is the law. Permissible purpose. You can let them know these are simply unauthorized and I demand you delete them. Simple, right? Because inside of our dispute letters, the most important thing is saying what we're disputing. So either the account name, account number, or in our case, the inquiry name and the inquiry date, exactly how it is listed on your credit report. And a lot of times, if you simply use like Smart Credit or 𝑀yScoreIQ, which I'll leave a link in the description in case you need a copy of your credit reports, you can simply copy it just how they have it listed. But I like working with the 3B reports because they're side by side and you can see the difference in the bureaus and whatever you need to, correct still. So it makes it a lot easier to keep you organized. But nonetheless, once you get everything sent out, and then you can again also upload it to Experian, super fast, super easy. Now with Equifax and TransUnion, they don't make it as easy. Cool thing about TransUnion though, and I'm going to get to this a little bit later in the series, there's a ton of ways to contact them. In fact, they have a chat box on their website. So you can go to the chat box and dispute things with them and upload your files to them right there on the chat box. But you can also just kind of go through as if you're just like disputing something else and upload documents to them. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. With Equifax and TransUnion, I've had clients that created accounts and then they just had issues processing disputes on there. And the downside about TransUnion is if you already have an open dispute with them, they're not going to allow you to open up a new dispute online. So unfortunately with TransUnion, most of the case is we're just going to have to simply mail it via certified mail return receipt because they make it kind of hard. Unless you send it to someone on the chat, I would definitely recommend sending certified mail return receipt to Equifax, Equifax and then to TransUnion. Experian as well, but Experian is a lot easier because you can do the upload and they'll have it in their system within 48 hours and you can even call back. So that's why people say it's quick, because say if I upload it today, I could even potentially call tomorrow and say, hey, I'm calling to follow up on these unauthorized inquiries that I just saw in my credit report. I just reviewed everything and noticed I don't have any relationships with these folks. And inside of this guide, I give you the script to use. I even give you the ebook for the inquiries inside of here, and I'll leave the link below in the description for you guys to get this guide. It is on sale right now. I did it super affordable for you guys, but I have to make sure that I'm giving this information to the real action takers, because I'm so tired of dealing with people who just want the information and aren't going to do nothing with it. I can't help you guys. All right. I have to work and focus on my tribe who is committed to taking action, who is committed to seeing results, and is ready to take 2025 by the head and say, you know what? So take action. You guys have to implement this information in order for it to work. It's super easy. Extra and you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. I just like to cover all of my bases to ensure that I can get the maximum amount of items deleted quickest. But you can simply call in to the credit bureaus, and I've had several people that are inside of the credit community that have learned how to do this strategy as well, and they call in faithfully every day until they get everything cleaned up. Every time you call in, you want to dispute 2 to 3 inquiries per phone call. All right. Now, inside of the guide here, it's going to give you the script, the breakdown, all of that good stuff. Now, here's a hack nobody has told you. We all know how hard it is to get on the phone with a live rep. And this is why I tell you guys, you have to watch my entire video. I had someone complain recently, oh, you didn't even talk about this. Did you watch the whole video? No, you did not. Watch the whole video. That's why I put them out there. And guess what? I'm making them shorter for you guys so you don't have to sit around to the end of the video. And guess what? For me telling you this, I ask one thing in exchange. I need you to hit that like button. I need you to leave me a comment and let me know, hey, I'm here. I'm watching. I thank you. And guess what? I thank you for watching. But here's the hack. You have to be a customer. We're just a consumer. We're not a customer. They're not really excited to help us. So in some cases, we have to call in to, like, say membership. Every credit bureau has a membership that is paid for. We want to be a customer. And sometimes it's the best to even pay for a membership while you're repairing your credit, because then you can get, better support. Yes, I'm a paying customer with you guys. I need help. You can get a live agent on the phone a lot faster if you are a customer and you need customer support. They're more likely going to get you with a live agent. Now, once you get with that live agent, they're probably not going to be able to exactly help you. But what they are going to be able to do is they're going to be able to transfer you over to the fraud department. And that's who has the authority to correct this information, delete this information, and everything that we're looking for. But the great thing is we're not going to have to deal with all of these, oh, sorry, there's nobody available. Just call into customer service, okay, as if you were a paying customer with them, and ask them to transfer you over to the fraud department. Now, like I've told you in probably some of these other videos, there's many ways to contact the credit bureaus. The phone is the easiest, and of course, just being a customer. Some of them you can even contact on their website, like TransUnion. They have a chat feature on their website. There's also social media. A lot of people don't talk about that, but you can actually contact the credit bureaus on social media. And I have heard a few people that have had success with it. And I think the reason why I don't hear more people is because nobody really knows about it, right? Have you ever tried to DM these social media pages for either TransUnion, Equifax, or Experian and let them know that you've got an emergency that you need taken care of and deleted from your credit report? Try it out. Let me know if it works, because I was speaking with the chat representative yesterday just to kind of check things out on TransUnion, and I already had a dispute open. So unfortunately, there wasn't really anything that they can do about it. I have to wait, but I was certainly, following up with him, letting them know, hey, this is actually a violation because unauthorized information such as they're supposed to be taken off within 4 days. They want to play this game. Well, the CFPB says we have 30 days to investigate things. And a lot of times it just boils down to they want to take their sweet time. So that's why I always tell you guys, you have to really be persistent, consistent, and think outside of the box sometimes. What can you do that's different? Don't be afraid to handwrite your letters or handwrite a cover letter on your letter, right? Some people are like, I'm not writing a whole letter. Hell no, right? Have ChatGPT AI do the letter for you and then handwrite a cover letter. Attention, Experian Fraud Department. I need assistance immediately. And then print your name. I have attached proof and please provide my solution requested or whatever the case is. Just a simple cover letter, letting them know essentially, hey, I'm a real person. I'm not from credit repair. I'm not anybody but who I am. And that just kind of makes it real for the credit bureaus. Because in fact, I actually learned this directly from an Equifax rep. They said, hey, put a cover letter on your letter so that way we know to process it. I was like, whoa, that's pretty interesting. They didn't say handwrite it, but handwritten notes are always going to be better because a lot of times when they scan handwritten notes into their 𝒂𝒅𝒂𝒅 system, it might not pick up the auto text. So of course that's going to request more of a manual review. That's what we want. We want a manual review so these workers can simply delete this crap. But anyways, this is how you guys do it. If you are a victim of identity theft, you can also file a police report. The FTC report is for identity theft essentially, but it's not necessarily the end of the world if you file it and you're like, look, I don't know if I was or I wasn't. And it's kind of a weird situation because these inquiries are totally unauthorized. So say you went to a car dealership, they pulled your credit 20 times. You authorized them to pull your credit one time, not 20. So essentially you can dispute those other 19 and you would need an FTC report for that. Why? Because that's what the credit bureaus need in order to process those items and get them removed from your credit reports. It just makes it a lot easier. Some people are like, well, that's not really the case, but it's not like you're going to get in trouble versus if you file a police report and it's simply like not true. Of course, you don't want to do that, but the FTC is there for you to file these type of things for, things that are simply unauthorized or unknown about, or you didn't give permissible purpose, because at the end of the day, that is illegal. If you did not give permissible purpose, who gives them the right to look at your data? So the most important thing that I want you guys to take away from this is you have to take action. Make a phone call right now. I suggest you do it. The phone numbers are right here. But again, I recommend that you look up the customer service number so you get a live agent on the phone and then get transferred over to the fraud department. And then make sure before you give them your spiel and before you use a lot of the scripts inside of this ebook, you want to verify, hey, am I in the fraud department? Am I in the right spot? Am I talking to the right people? Because sometimes they'll transfer you and you're still not in the right spot. And the last thing that you want to do is tell your story 5 times to people who can't help you. All right. So again, guys, make sure that you give me a huge thumbs up. Let me know if you found value. I also have the free credit kit. It has a ton of free value inside of there. So I recommend that you get that. All of the links for everything talked about in the video are going to be in the description. And if you need anything, comment below and I will send you the link that you need to get access to whatever you're looking for, because I know I've got a ton of links out there. But I greatly appreciate you sticking around and watching. Make sure to check out all of the other 25 videos inside the Credit Repair Secrets playlist for 2025.